Welcome to this reading guide on the book of Daniel. It's a reading guide, meaning that you'll be doing most of the thinking. And I think it's kind of hard. We can all admit that just to really think through, not just read, but really think through an entire book of the Bible, it takes a long time. And our morale goes up and down. And so this is intended to kind of hold your hand and motivate you with some questions and some suggestions of directions you could go in thinking about the book. Now, if you really want to know more in detail how or what the goals are of this reading guide, you can look at the introductions to the reading guide I've already done on Paul's letter to Titus or the one I did on Romans. There you'll get some suggestions too for some morale boosters just to kind of keep you going along through it. What we'll do with each video is pretty straightforward. I pose a question or two. You take some time on your own to think about how you would answer those questions, and then you come back and to the next video, and I'll seek to answer those questions, and hopefully that furthers your own thinking, but also you might disagree, or it might challenge you, or you might think of something a little differently from the way I thought about it, and that's totally fine. So that's how each video will go. You'll get an answer to the previous video's questions, and then you'll get a set of new questions for you to go and look at the next part. And we'll just work our way through the whole book, except that the first few videos will be introductions to the whole of the book. So you'll really want to read the whole of the book each time before you come back to the next video. I highly recommend John Lennox's book called Against the Flow, which is essentially a commentary on the book of Daniel. And he states there that he was inspired by David Gooding, who I also had the privilege to hear many years ago, and shaped my own thinking as well on the book of Daniel. So for your first question, what you're going to do is you're going to read through the whole book, and you're going to chart the basic chronology of the book as well as its sort of plot as best as you think you can. If you just hit a point where you feel like you've lost the plot, then that's fine. Just drop the pen or whatever, your fingers, and go on to till you think it picks up again. And then, of course, try to chart the chronology. Now, the chronology can be at times a little difficult as well. And the beginning and the end of each chapter is usually where you'll get the most important information about the chronology. And then you might consider looking at something like the ESV Study Bible or any commentary you have on hand to follow some of the chronology. You can even look up some of the kings that are mentioned of Babylon or of Persia. You can look them up in Wikipedia if you want to. But all of that is just to say you're going to try and chart out the chronology and sort of the plot structure of the whole book. So best wishes, and we'll see you next time.